When we talk about swan songs, right? Some players or some people have great swan songs. We think of Ray Lewis. Last season, Ravens end up winning the Super Bowl. Hell, you think of Peyton Manning. Last year, Broncos win the Super Bowl against the Panthers. Swan songs are always, swan. For people that don't know what a swan song is the finale, the ending, when something ends. And like I said, some people have better swan songs, more remarkable swan songs than others. And why am I saying this? So I think either Friday or Saturday, Albert Pujols joined the 700 club. For people that don't know, that's 700 home runs. I think there's only 4 players in there. There's him, there's Hank Aaron, there's Barry Bonds, and there is what's his name? Babe Ruth. You see, there's a lot of finales coming, this year. We talked about Serena Williams. This is her last year, or she's pretty much retired from tennis. Roger Federer retiring from tennis, and Albert Pujols. He's already come out and said this is last year. So to have a swan song, this isn't winning the World Series, and I don't think the Cardinals really have a shot of winning the World Series, especially when you look at some of the teams. When we look at the Braves, we look at the Dodgers, the Mets. I don't really think the Cardinals have a chance. But this is probably the best swan song that you can pick for Albert Pujols. A person that's never really had controversy. A person that, when we think about baseball, he's been in the Angels, he's been on the Dodgers, now he's with the Cardinals. He will go down as one of the greatest of all time. Now, I say that a lot. I talked about Serena Williams, greatest of all time. I talked about Roger Federer. What really makes you the greatest of all time is you have to solidify yourself in something. Your name has to be solidified somewhere. For instance, Michael Jordan, arguably the greatest of all time, he is pretty much the face of basketball and has been the face of basketball since, he was in the league. LeBron James can arguably be the greatest of all time, one of the greatest athletes we've ever seen. Steph Curry, one of the greatest of all time, he solidified himself as the greatest shooter of all time. When we talk about football, we can talk about Tom Brady, we can talk about Aaron Rodgers. If you want to go to the wide receiver position, we can talk about Randy Moss, Jerry Rice, T.O. In order to be considered one of the GOATs or one of the greatest of all time, you have to solidify yourself in something. And what Pujols has done is he has put himself in a class that clearly is exclusive, seeing as that there's only 4 people in it. Now, yes, I'm almost sure if you ask Albert Pujols, he'd probably forfeit a couple of those home runs if it can grant him a World Series or two. But he's done something that I don't see happening. Yeah, you have Aaron Judge, and we talked about him last episode. Yeah, you have Aaron Judge going for 61. But I don't see many people. Oh, it's going to be hard for me to see somebody do this again. Maybe Aaron Judge, maybe. I would say Giancarlo Stanton, but he has injury problems. But yeah, man, congratulations to Albert Pujols. Albert Pujols, someone that embodies baseball. When you look at Albert Pujols, he looks like a baseball player. And he has done something. He has solidified himself. Even if this is his last year, so he's not coming back. And he will always be in the record books. First, in my opinion, first ballot Hall of Famer. In my opinion, more than likely should get his jersey retired in a couple of places. That is, Albert Pujols is him. He's Himothy. Congratulations, Albert Pujols, for 700 home runs and counting because the season's not over.